Welcome to the morning after week 14. It's going to be a quick edition today. Had to do a lot of snow removal this morning and have a bit of a migraine, so I'm not going to have a very long show, but we'll cover what we need to. Next week's show will have the all fantasy team on it. We'll look at who's advancing to the Super Bowl pod, and then following week, I think we'll do the fantasy honors. So on to the show, on to the week that was. Cardinals take down the Dingos 58.7 to 46. Wouldn't be a week without me having three guys not finish the game: Daniel Jones, Alec Pierce, and CeeDee Lamb. So that was a surprise that I pulled it off, although it was kind of irrelevant because I was locked into well, not really. I could have passed him, but with all those guys to get tied for the one seed, it wasn't going to happen. The Dr. Dangerous took down the Horn Dogs to eliminate the chance for the team with the lowest points to win a division over the teams with the top 2 points, which would have been crazy. 93.53 to 68.03. Maulers fall to the Little Big Men 79.17 to 53.59. The Maulers started the year 5-2, dropped 7 in a row to end the year. Bit of a disappointment there for the Maulers. For the second straight year, his team fizzles out and does not make the playoffs. Dynamite take down Team Price is Right to ensure that they make the playoffs and don't have to worry about anybody else. 91 to 69. Badgers do the same, 70 to 64 over the Bruisers. Bruisers had a lot of guys leave that game. H had like 90 yards, I think, in the first quarter. And a touchdown. Would have been something to see what he would have done had he been able to play the whole game. And then Ertz left, and I think someone else might have left for him too. Off the top of my head, I'm not thinking right now. So it's a bummer for him, but he's also locked in the playoffs. And the Colts end the year taking down the Minotaurs, finishing 7-7. I believe their best record since returning to the league, but it's also been since 2013 since the Colts have made the playoffs. A bit of a struggle there. Started the year hot. Jonathan Taylor returned to just being an awesome player instead of like God level. And still not enough as his team was built around him and Jaden Daniels kind of struggled. Two little weird things to pass along from our WIFFle League. 10 teams this year in the WIFFle League finished over 500 at 500 or above out of 12, which is crazy. I would have had the 1 seed in the WIFFle League, but I lost 1 week by 0.22 and another week by 0.34. So those 2 weeks actually were in weeks 12 and 14. So it's kind of crazy and kind of sucky that I have to play this week now instead of getting a bye. That's the way it is. Even if I would have won, I think week 12 and I would have lost. It was lost by a sack in the game, in the end of the game, in the last 2-minute drive. So that was a bummer. But it is what it is. So on to the prize money this year. Most points in the year, the Dynamite won that, and they'll earn $150 in addition to any other prize money. Badgers won second, so they win $50. Most high point wins this year goes to the Black Dingos. They win $10. 9 teams actually had a high point victory this year. The Dingos had the most with 3. 2 other teams had 2 off the top. I think it was Team Price is Right and the Dynamite, I believe, were the other 2 that had 2. And the Dynamite, the Black Dingos and Team Price is Right have each won at least 75 for advancing to the 2-week Super Bowl pod starting next week. Congratulations to the Dingos as well for that, as that is their first appearance in the Super Bowl pod. So that is the show today. It was a very quick one. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back next week with the all fantasy team and to cover who's going to be in the Super Bowl and go over to the prize money. Also, if you have not made the playoffs, so if you're not one of the top 6 seeds, please do not put any free agent bids. If there is any, I can go correct it and see who put in bids and stuff like that. You can sign after, but again, please wait. There's not that many free agents out there, especially in our league, so please refrain from signing anybody. Anyway, thanks and best of luck to everyone, except everyone in the Super Bowl pod, in the wildcard pod, of course. All right, thanks. Bye.